Good morning, everyone. It's Tim once again, and today I want to talk about real tissue salts with a proper negative ionic charge versus the mass-produced tissue salts that cannot be produced. Before I even begin this, I don't sell to the public. I have nothing to gain by this other than my defense of a real and functional nutritional medicine that its name is being ruined by these mass manufacturers who cannot possibly put out an effective functional product based on the requirements of good manufacturing processes. I've tried to do this video the other night, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, and as a result it wound up being expletive ridden with more vulgarity and curse words than I could have imagined that actually came out of my own mouth. So I stopped it and didn't post them. So I'm going to try not to talk about how angry it makes me that they're literally ruining the name of good and functional nutritional medicine. I'm not going to talk about that at all, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you the differences. It's not often that I actually get people who think to do before and after photos, and when I do, they're like this. They are cell phone pictures and not of the best quality. So we know they're not of the best quality, but the differences are something that you are going to be undeniable, as you'll see. Now, this young lady, this before photo was taken about 2 weeks prior, or after, sorry. So, no, prior. After I met with her and I actually tested her using muscle testing, as I do, to determine exactly what her body needed and the proper dosage. She was on them before that, but she wasn't taking the right stuff. Once we tested her, we determined exactly what she needed. And I want you to see her after photo. And remember, this is only about, I can't remember, I think it's 2 weeks. It might be 3 weeks. 3 weeks at the worst, but I believe it's 2. 2 weeks after she started taking the tissue salts in which her individual body needed. Now, remember, this is her before photo. And this is going to shock you a little bit that this is the same person, and I swear to you, and I'll explain as I show the photo. This is her again. Again, these are cell phone pictures. This is the same girl. She did not go on a diet. She did not lose weight. She did not get any Botox, any fillers, did not have any medical aesthetics work done. This is the exact same girl 2 weeks later, after nourishing the cells of her body properly with proper negatively charged ionic minerals. It's literally night and day, and you can even see the difference in the brightness of her eyes. We'll just go back to the previous one. Same girl. She just became 10 years younger. Go back again. Here she is. Have a good look. Come back here. Now look, this is the same girl when you nourish your body properly. But I don't want to make this about vanity issues or aesthetics. It's about overall health. But when you nourish the body properly and you begin to optimize your health, the changes in your physical appearance and your glow and vitality will always follow. It's about health. So before and after 2 weeks, real minerals. So I'm just going to pop through a few others. Again, I don't get to do a lot of these. This is real minerals again. Look at the bulging of the eyes before she began. 3 months after, when I did a 3-month check on her, this is the 3-month point. This is the 6-month point. Look at the eyes. Bulging, about half as much. Bulging is gone. Real minerals. Try that with your Highlands, your New Era, Schussler, any of them. You're not going to see it because you cannot mass produce biochemic tissue salts. It's impossible. You cannot set them on stainless steel or copper trays before they go to bottling and expect that they're going to maintain the ionic charge. It's not possible. The metal will either negate or reverse the charge. And before I move forward, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, okay, well, where can we buy them? I'm sorry, I can't sell them to you because I can't. There's no way I can keep up. Mine are private products. There's only so many that I can have made because of the way that they have to be made, and I'm way beyond capacity now. So what you're going to have to do is practice your own diligence and check within your own local markets and areas, and see if you can find somebody who makes them themselves, somebody who actually makes their tissue salts. And I see people asking me to tell them how to make tissue salts. It's not that simple. If it was, it would be I'd be making my own, and I don't even make my own. I have them made for me. It's just not that simple. But this is just another example. So let's move on to the next one. The lovely Tatiana, who actually happened to grow up next to the Chernobyl meltdown. That's what you're seeing here. This is radiation exposure and why you're seeing the hyperpigmentation. How many weeks was this? I believe it was about 4 or 5 weeks later. And she was like 6 months on Highlands, to be exact, the Highlands brand, and noticed absolutely no difference. And she was actually beginning to believe that it was just some sort of fake fraud snake oil crap that tissue salts were, until I introduced her and I treated her with real ones. Now remember, this is only, you wouldn't even recognize her today. I wish I had a photo today of her after a couple of years on them and her body being more properly nourished, and even after 2 babies. But anyway, look at the difference. And this one's farther off, this one's close up. This should be more prominent than this one. Big, huge differences. So let's go on to the next one. Again, real tissue salts, folks. You can't do it with the mass-produced. You just can't. No, I can't sell it to you, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. But what I'm trying to tell you is that don't waste your money. Find real ones. If it costs you more, it might cost you less. I don't know who makes them. I don't know in your areas, and I can't possibly. Now, this one is a bit of a cheat because she's taking both real tissue salts, but also I make a line of natural and organic beauty products. She sent me her 2 photos, and she said she couldn't see any difference until I put them side by side here like this for her. No editing, just cut out her eyes, pasted them on it, and sent it to her. And then she was amazed, and a lot of people are, because we're very self-critical. This one, tissue salts only. This one's a little bit blurry, so it's not fair, but this girl looks 10 or 15 years younger than this girl. Absolutely. This one looks like a teenager almost. This is what real tissue salts will do for you. I know I'm doing my best not to become passionate and enraged by the silliness that goes on in the industry and how they're literally ruining the name of good and functional medicine. And I honestly, in my personal belief, and I don't talk like this about biochemics or microminerals because it's what I profit from. Because I have no benefit in telling you this, because I'm not going to sell them to you. I'm sorry, I can't sell them to you. What I'm trying to benefit is the industry, because I truly believe that at some point, and it may happen in my lifetime, that there's not going to be there's not now, but I think it's going to be greater recognized that somebody seems to be moving furniture upstairs. There's going to be no reasonable expectation of optimal health without nourishing the cells. It was Dr. Linus Pauling who stated that every disease, every illness, every ailment can be linked back to a mineral deficiency. And of course, because they are the nourishment of the cells. If the cells are not firing and functioning properly, how can they possibly prevent and fend off disease and illness? Look at this lady. I don't remember. I believe she was 3 months on them. What a huge difference. And again, I'm showing you vanity issues, and I don't want to motivate you by vanity. I want you to motivate you by health. This is a much healthier woman, by all accounts. So we'll move on to the next one. Is there another one? In this photo, I keep looking at this and thinking, okay, she dyed her hair. Maybe that's what's going on. But look at her neck. Look at the difference. Can I scroll down? Yeah, okay, I'll scroll a little bit. This is the same woman 2 months later. Look at this neck, look at that neck. Exact same woman. This photo kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just the white balance in that photo versus indoors versus outdoors. I'm not sure what's going on. It almost looks like when I actually take a photo and I'll exaggerate or pull out detail, it's kind of what it looks like to me. But I didn't, because these photos were sent by her. And she said that she didn't do anything. They're just normal photos. So, again, 2 months later, before, after. If that doesn't amaze you, nothing will. And yes, this is the same woman. The whole hair color thing is going to come into play here as well, because this, of course, is going to make her appear much older. But she looks so much younger. Yes, the hair color is playing a role in that as well. Oh, no, here's the last one, I believe. Now, this is pretty amazing as well. Look at the forehead lines here. Look at the forehead lines here. Remember, we're close up here. We're going to get more detail. Look at these are what I call my calcium sulfide lines. These are lines caused by a calcium sulfide deficiency, and a great indicator that these lines are going to follow, because this mineral is responsible for the chelation of heavy metals. And what else have we got? Look at the crow's feet here. Look at them here. Look at this is what's known as the malnutrition line, which is an indication that you're not assimilating nutrients very well. These, again, the appearance is completely different. Completely different. Pretty amazing, actually. And that's just real tissue salts, and I didn't indicate on this photo when I showed her the differences after she posted her photos for a second analysis, how long it had been, because I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to mislead, so I don't know how long this one took. I can't remember. Oh yes, and then there's the Hashimoto eye. Now this is actually not minerals. This is actually an extract, what's known as organotherapy, or some of you think of it as a glandular extract of DNA and RNA. And this is what I've been using and recommending to people to treat all autoimmune disorders. When you do, you can see what's happened here. I'm going to try to blow this up for you. Look, oops, move this over a bit. See how much, shrink it a little bit. Here we are. All right. So you see how much of the upper eyelid is showing here. Compare it to how much of the upper eyelid is showing here. This is what I call Hashimoto eye. And in almost everybody with Hashimoto's, you will see this. If I can't think of a single person that I haven't seen it in, maybe one. Maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Almost all of them. But you're also seeing here adrenal fatigue. A lot of this is starting to go away. That's this. What you're seeing here, this dark circle around the eye, it's going all the way up almost into here. That's adrenal fatigue. It follows by this blue. It's kind of a bit hard to see. I can see it. I hope you can. I don't know how it translates into video once I post it. There's a grayish blue that's appearing here. You can't really see it because of shadowing here. There's no shadowing here. But look at this upper eyelid versus this upper eyelid. You notice that they're now all of a sudden they're equal and they're well balanced. Here they're not. So all of the people who talk about, oh my God, the face is not asymmetrical, that's just an asymmetrical issue, none of us are. Well, if that's the case, then how come we can treat this and balance it? You're wrong. And I see it every day. And I see a lot of detractors and cynics that post on YouTube and Facebook about how, oh, that's not right, that can't be right, it's not possible, we're not asymmetrical. Well, no, we're not. But when you see this, and I've been doing this for 2 decades now, I do know the difference. And this is, for all of you who talk about the face is not asymmetrical, what you're seeing is just somebody with it's typical, it's genetics, it's how they were born, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I guess this was how she was born too, I guess. I don't know. You're wrong. I'm sorry. It's not that simple. But anyway, is there any more here to show you? No, we're right back to the beginning. So this is what I want to show you. Folks, make sure you get minerals that have a negative ionic charge. If you don't, you are literally just handing somebody your money for nothing. Save it. You're going to have no benefit. I see it each and every day. I have no way of profiting from you. There's no motivation of greed or corruption here. I can't. Not that I won't sell you. I can't sell you anything. So again, the only thing I'm defending here is the medicine itself, because we have all of these mass manufactured products that are ruining, and I mean literally. I'm gonna get excited again and wound up. I'm trying not to curse this time. That are ruining the name of good and functional nutritional medicine, and you all need to see and understand that. Sorry, I keep pausing because I'm biting my tongue, and I'm going to continue to bite my tongue because I'm actually done this video. Folks, seek in your own area somebody who makes them, assure that they understand the need of a negative ionic charge. If it doesn't have it, or if they don't know, then it most likely doesn't have it. Don't buy them unless they know. That's it for now. Bye-bye.